not seen snow like this for years, and she's never seen snow ever in her life. Feel like Christmas has come early. The only thing is, we've got to take all our pets to the cattery and kennels because we're going away tomorrow. Well, that's the plan anyway. But it's looking pretty crazy. The airport's only over there, so that's going to be alright. But the cattery and kennels is quite a long way away. It's getting deeper. Right, here goes. It's definitely getting deeper. I'm not too bothered about it. I'm not too bothered about driving in it. Those of you that are in, you know, the really cold countries, I know a couple of you from kind of Finland and places like that, right, you know, you deal with it fine. We're just a bunch of wimps. I'm not really too bothered about driving in it, but I'm just worried about the other people and what kind of things we're going to come across on the way.
Very windy.
It's really thick. It's got the right car this year. Snow mode.
It doesn't even look like
this country, does it? That's amazing. It's so slippery though. Guys, it's a BMW over there, rear wheel drive. He's absolutely stuck. Been in that situation before. These poor people walking to the airport. Oh, their flight's probably not even taking off. Here's the hill that's causing problems. There's a bunch of rear wheel drive cars that can't get up the hill. We've actually got a Mercedes in front of us as well. This could be a problem. He looks like he's made it there. So we're back home. We decided to postpone or cancel, really. We're gonna have to cancel everything, holiday, the whole lot. It was just too much. The snow was just, I don't know, the roads was just mad. And the worry was we were just gonna get stuck. Like if we hit a motorway, we could get stuck, and we've got all the pets and everything like with us, so this is not good. Right, so there's a mess about. I just rigged the quad out. I had to sort something out. There's something wrong with the chain, but got this little thing here. Need a snowboard really. I'm going to see if we can use my sledge. Right guys, it's a lot later now. So yeah, we had to completely postpone the trip. We were supposed to be going to Amsterdam tomorrow at 9 o'clock. The flight was at 9 o'clock. And yeah, we just can't do it. The weather's too bad. I'm not even sure there's going to be a flight tomorrow anyway. But the main problem was we needed to go, I don't know, I think it's like 30 miles to drop off our pets at this place where they get looked after. It's like kennels and cattery sort of place, but it's a really nice one. And yeah, no, we just couldn't get there. It wasn't worth the risk because we kind of got a mile down the road and that took like an hour. Everyone was just driving very, very slowly, which is good, you know, in those sort of conditions. But the problem was, I was just saying, as soon as we get onto the motorway, if there's an accident, we could just get stranded. We could just literally get caught up in a massive traffic jam, and then, you know, then we're just screwed for like 6 or 7 hours. So yeah, we've had to postpone it. The hotel's fine. I think we can just change the dates, so we might just do it next year or something like that. And the flight, I don't know what's going to happen about that. As I say, I don't even know if there's going to be a flight tomorrow morning. So yeah, it kind of sucks, but it's just one of those things. But anyway, on to more positive things. I was going to actually save this for a video when I come back from Amsterdam, because I was going to do a little Amsterdam vlog, but that's obviously not going to happen. But basically, I've acquired something pretty interesting. And let's just say it's a follow-on from the e-bike projects. Now, I've been doing a lot of research about this for quite some time, and I think you guys are going to like it. So basically, let's just say it's got 4 wheels, it's electric, and it isn't quite a car. So I'll leave that to your imagination. Now, because it's pitch black outside at the moment, it's like night time, I can't show you the actual thing in question right now, but don't worry, I'm going to film some footage and then I'm going to put it in like now. Right, it's the next day, it's still snowing, but I still might be able to show you. So what do you reckon then, guys? The Renault Twizy is something I've had my eye on for a long time, since way back when it came out, like 2012. The reason is because it is one of the first electric cars that was made by a main kind of, you know, manufacturer, Renault. And the other thing is that it's completely, well, it's a very, very simple car. Like, it has a motor and a gearbox, which is all one piece. And I don't actually think that those parts are made by Renault. I think they're kind of bolt-on parts. It has a battery, obviously, and it has, this is modular, and then it actually has a speed controller and then an ECU, and then obviously everything else to do with like a normal car. But it's very, very basic. And the reason why I think it's interesting is because, well, the reason why I thought it was going to be interesting, and it turns out it is very interesting, is because of those reasons. Basically, you've got a Sevcon speed controller in there, which those of you know anything about kind of the electric vehicle stuff, Sevcon, like, are a UK manufacturer of speed controllers. They do speed controllers for like everything, like high-powered vehicles, golf carts, you know, you name it, industrial kind of stuff, and that can be programmed. You know, this is brilliant. So I began looking into this because what I wanted to do, I love the bike. The bike's brilliant. It's a two-wheel vehicle, and like I use it all the time for different commutes. But I wanted to try and play around with four wheels, you know, and not just go the usual route, just go and buy a Tesla, go and do this. I mean, I probably will do one of these. I probably will get a main electric car at some point for my main vehicle. But for now, for the channel and for everything else that I'm doing, I want to explore the real ins and outs of the technical side of electrical vehicles. And what better to do it with than the Twizy, because it's just so simple. So for those of you who don't know anything about the Twizy at all, it's a quadricycle. It's not actually classed as a car. It's a quadricycle, like a light quadricycle. It doesn't weigh a lot. I think it's like 400 kilos or something like that. And it has a range with the standard battery of about, I think it's like, they say 60 miles, but realistically you're going to get about 40, 50. It will do a maximum speed of, I think on paper it's like 50 miles an hour. It's not very fast, and its acceleration is pretty poor. So why am I interested in it? Well, it turns out that you can actually completely reconfigure the system, the setup, the speed controller, the ECU, everything else. So you can turn this from a car that is, you know, almost like a mobility vehicle into something pretty impressive. And there's been a number of videos of people doing this. There's a guy in Norway that's basically, you know, worked out how to program the car via the ODB socket. So the diagnostic port on the car, you can plug it in just like a regular tuning box, like anyone that's tuned a regular petrol car before, like a performance car. You know, you plug in this box into the diagnostic port and you can just upload like a new engine map, and that's been around for years, but not on electric cars. And it turns out that this is, you know, we're probably a couple of years into this sort of thing already. But the very clever guy that's been working on this in Norway has actually been developing this for quite some time. So you've now got a product which is basically this power box, which I'll show you, and you plug it into the diagnostic port, and you can basically reconfigure the car. So you can up the torque, the power goes up by 2 times or something like that. It's crazy. And the side-by-side comparison of a car that is unmodified and the car that has been modified this way is it's completely different. It's a completely different car. I mean, this thing will just pull away from traffic lights, and I've yet to be beaten by anything. So I've had the car about a week, and I've already done this modification to it, and I'm still in the very early stages of testing this out. And you know, I probably could have done more of the journey of this video in it, but I don't know. I just had a lot of other things on my plate as well, so I was kind of doing this project a little bit in the background. But I want to show you this setup, and I want to show you how it all works, and also, you know, going forward, what else we can do. The planes are taking off this way. So yeah, this is really, really interesting, guys. I hope you're going to agree that it's I'm not just being a nutcase here, but there's a lot to this, and I think, you know, it's going to be quite an interesting journey learning more about this little car, because I just love personal transport that is not conventional, as you know, like the skateboard, the bike, anything else, the quad bike, anything else that can get you from A to B electrically, and is kind of a little bit out of the ordinary. But yeah, I've been driving this around for about a week so far. I've been taking it everywhere. I mean, anywhere that I can go that doesn't require a big car and doesn't require me to take, you know, loads of passengers with me. I've been using this for short journeys, and it is the best fun I think I've had since the bike. Well, it's definitely the best fun car that I've actually owned, probably. And I mean, I've had some sports cars and stuff in my time, but this is like, with the modifications done to it, it's like a go-kart. It really is like a little go-kart. So yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, plans on from now with it are probably going to try and increase the range, look at the different batteries that go with it. I mean, it's quite fascinating to sort of step from the bike to this, to the Twizy, and just look at the difference between 2 and 4 wheels and the weight difference and everything else. Because I mean, this thing draws a lot of current. It will draw nearly like 500 amps. So, you know, it's a different animal. So when you're talking batteries, you're no longer going to have a battery with 200 cells in. You're going to be having a battery with like 1,000 cells in. So this is going to get quite interesting. But I'm really interested in working this out. There's a lot to it because the battery itself has got a built-in BMS. But the glory of it all is it works on the CAN bus, which is basically the central communication bus that everything uses in the car to talk to each other. So, you know, like your ECU talks to your battery and BMS and everything else. So there's a whole bunch of stuff there. And because this has been pretty much worked out by somebody already, you know, the hard bit is actually done. So really, the modular part is the bit you can concentrate on. Replace the battery. Maybe replace the motor, maybe, you know, put 2 speed controllers in and have motors on either wheel. I mean, the possibilities are really endless with this. So yeah, I'm going to leave it at that for now, guys. Just let you digest that information, and then let me know what you think in the comments. But I'm really excited to be doing some more videos, like driving videos, and showing you, you know, what this little thing can do. And I mean, the attention it's been getting so far is probably on par with the bike. Like, you know, I leave the bike outside shops and things like that, and when I come back there's always people looking at it, and this has been exactly the same. Like, so many questions, you know, people want to know what it is. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. So I'll catch you in the next video, guys.